Whoa, that's
We're
nice.
actually very good level.
I'll do it.
We're staying live.
Very
It's not our
good
first
levels.
in-person pod. It's our first
We're official, bro.
Yeah, we have
Hold on.
we have an official point.
Check, check.
Hello.
Are you ready?
Check.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are recording.
We are recording.
Oh wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Burden Society podcast. I got it right. I always want to say put work in. We have Ben Alexander.
What's up?
We have Taylor Junkin.
That's me.
Peyton Cook.
Hi.
And then me, Dylan, this guy.
That guy.
All right. Well, we're here. We're live in person in a studio.
We have a whole studio now.
This is crazy.
Cost about how much? 23?
I hope that like the time we've been away is like this makes up for it.
Yeah.
Because we're all together. We've been in the woods.
Because I'm here.
We've done podcasts in the woods.
He's here.
Yeah. Everybody's here. We got a full four here in person. That's not very frequent, but
Fantastic
got it.
Four.
And we're just gonna like partake of not monsters.
I'll put it in your camera. Oh my bad. Oh, let me not do that. Sorry.
Peach is good. Peach, not monster.
Strawberry's better.
This is my first time trying a monster.
It's not. You're trying a monster? You're the only one with the logo face in the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, Peyton. Never mind.
Hey, first time trying a monster. That was good. I like it.
Oh yeah. Strawberry dreams.
Strawberry dream
This
is
one's
lit,
fire, dude.
I'm
He
also
just went with the white one just to get the base.
yeah.
This is the Monster Zero Sugars.
Yeah,
not
we
to
don't.
get fused with the not zero sugars.
We only do sugar
I need to
occasionally.
bring this back.
We don't partake in that sugared stuff, unless it's sweet tea.
Bro, you got
Occasionally.
wine sliders on the way here.
Cookie, did you like run 16 miles today?
I ran like 15.6,
What?
15.7, and walked a couple.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be done, bro. It's like you're slacking. So we're live, bro. This is crazy. We're live.
Yeah.
We're
We're
and
live streaming and we're live in
Are we
person.
actually live streaming?
We're actually live streaming.
On YouTube?
YouTube,
No, we
Facebook.
stopped.
Let's see.
It stopped by itself.
Get back live. Y'all keep talking.
Yeah, it should do it by itself.
I was about to check the video, but I
Cookie,
don't
what's
have service.
your marathon prep looking like?
Yeah,
Cookie?
bro.
I just finished week 10 of 16 weeks.
Imagine.
6 more to go.
Imagine running 16.
We're almost there.
You
Yeah.
gonna get that sub 3?
Absolutely.
I
Not.
don't go up. Just don't worry about it.
I might get a sub 6. We're gonna see.
I'm hoping for a sub 4 at this point. My prep has been looking or feeling rough.
That's a good sign. Means you're working hard enough, at least.
Yeah.
How's yours coming?
Not good.
I caught the P pneumonia.
Yeah, so I got pneumonia.
We got old pneumonia.
We talked about
Yeah.
this briefly in the last time we were here. I don't know if it's going to make the cut, but
Definitely not.
I got pneumonia and I was out for like 4 or 5 weeks, and I'm getting back to it now. So
What did your run mileage look like?
0, maybe 1 actually. It was 1.8 I ran. the
How
other day.
long?
When's your next long run?
That was his long run.
That was my.
The real question is, are you going to continue with marathon?
Yeah, I'm still going to do it. Even if I ran 0 miles from now to then, I'm still going to do it. Even if they pick me up in the truck, I'll still be there. It does not
Evan,
matter.
yeah, brother, I like that mentality. That's what I did.
Here, I'm hoping I sprain my ankle, so I ain't got to do it.
You're pretty prone to do that, too.
All you got to do is play some 9-square talk.
Hey, Ben, are you going to do that 12-mile trail run with me?
I don't know. I'm debating it. I'll probably pass out on that. Not gonna lie. I might though.
Pass out on it.
If Cookie
So he's
does
going
I'll
to do it?
I'm doing it.
Is Taylor gonna do it?
12 when?
When
It's like 2 weeks before the
It's
marathon.
I'd probably do
the 23rd.
I can.
Burden Society community event.
Let's do it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
Get shirts
12 miles. Okay.
12.4.
on a trail.
What is that? Is that something like a K or
That's
something?
a 20K.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
That's
if
fine.
He's like, it's not
What
flat
kind-
mile. It's got to be.
what kind of K is that?
If the weather's good, it'll be a pretty run.
How many Ks is that? Not
I
3.
was gonna say.
Yeah, YouTube not working.
It's fine. Just don't worry about it. It's because we started and stopped. We're on Facebook, so if you're watching, say something. We're going to talk about some controversial
see
stuff.
This dude's got military.
We'll
So-
still be able to post this on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm going to edit it anyway.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about the election
Nope, wrong camera. My bad.
and controversial electoral things. But let's talk like
Something just happened.
We're discussing the hot topic.
a hot, cold.
All of the above.
Okay, Facebook just refreshed itself. And then
Hey, we're figuring it out live here,
This
guys.
is
I don't know if you're watching us live right now, but if you are, we're figuring it out. I've got a little board right here. You may be able to see it. I'm switching the cameras live, and Ben's got the computer.
And Cookies on the audio.
Yeah,
Cookies on the
I
audio.
got the-
Yeah, we got that.
I got it
I'm
set.
just directing the conversation.
He's not doing a very good job.
So what are we starting with, Dylan?
So I had something I was going to say.
Versus
Okay, so we got the Forge. The Forge.
Right.
Let's talk that up. November 15th through 16th.
Yep.
What else do we want to say?
15th and 16th.
15th and the 16th.
Be the
Just
first.
don't count on being anywhere but there.
6 p.m. to 6 p.m. on the
First,
dot, like clockwork.
First tier 2 Forge.
First tier 2, what does that mean, Cookie?
Tier 2 Forge.
It means it's not a tier 3.
It's not a tier 3, but it ain't quite a tier 1.
It means 2 tiers are going to drop down from your face when you're done.
Exactly.
It's going to be a little harder than the regular. Just walk up and camp.
If you happen to be one of the lucky few to have came to a Forge already, you will take what you have done and expound on it.
Yeah.
Multiply it times 2.
You also won't be provided with the luxurious meals that we had.
Yeah.
We're going to multiply it times 0.67 because a tier 3 to a tier 2 is 2/3 of that. So it's
Yeah.
actually like
Come to the
it's
Forge.
just less, but it's more.
Significantly different.
Come to the Forge.
It will be fun.
And I'm going to go ahead and sneak this. I think we're going to have to redo the dates for like Burden to Asset training program coming soon.
There is a training program made by yours truly and his truly, and maybe even one of them. I don't
Yeah,
know.
even
We're all gonna be
Something
involved.
All
like
of
that.
us are going to be involved.
There will be a Burden Society workout program we will be releasing.
Training
eventually.
program.
Training program, yes, it's the same thing.
But training program.
But it will be. I won't give too many details, but it will be hybrid
It's for you.
type.
It's for
hybrid
you.
type, and you'll want to do it. So give us your money.
Nick Barefoot.
All of it.
What?
It'll be worth your while.
Wait, y'all are getting paid?
No, we're putting money in. Actually,
Yeah.
No.
We're,
How many thousands are we down?
7.
Lots of them. If you look around the room.
I lost count.
All right, well, I guess, what's today? Today is the 28th.
Is it?
That means in 8 days, the election. The election of the United States of America. The
America.
president.
It's coming up
The
quick.
president of the United States will everybody will vote that by that day, and then we won't know who the president is most likely for a week,
till those melon ballots come in.
probably till after the. Never mind.
After the-
Whoa.
After everything goes down.
So we actually are going to discuss the possible outcomes of what may happen. Why would we talk about this? To get you prepared.
That, but also we're gonna approach it. I'm going to approach this a little bit differently, but yes,
From the side.
from a different standpoint, as mine's changing. That's a little.
What?
That's a little.
Hold up now.
Little.
Hold on now.
What's the word I'm thinking of?
He's moving a little left.
There's something for y'all. Yeah.
He's way left, isn't it?
He said he's going to be. Never mind.
I'm actually running for president, but
Oh man.
Oh, give him-
It's too late for that. It's too late. All right. So, I mean, what's the temperature? What's the temperature in the country right now concerning the election? Y'all think it's pretty cool and calm? We're going to
it
be.
depends where you're at. Down here is about 75.
Dog, it's hot for October. It's almost November.
Dude,
It's still
we
hot.
we had the hayride that we do every year, and it's usually cold, and it was like hot last night.
Yeah. That's weird, man. Global warming is taking its toll, I guess. I don't
So
know.
you're a Democrat.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you everybody's
That was a
welcome,
lie.
right?
That was a lie. I'm not. I'm not.
I mean,
He's fine. He won't be on the podcast.
You can't be a Democrat if you're not a politician.
We don't discriminate.
Oh, that's a good topic.
What? Go ahead. Well, what are we just trying to tell everybody who we're voting for?
Not exactly, but we can if we want.
I mean, just dig in, dude. It's your topics. Go for it.
Yeah, look. So, what are the potential outcomes of this election?
Trump or Harris?
That
That was a
Pretty-
stew.
that's pretty much all you're gonna get out of
Tim
this. You're
Walton's
not getting
one.
any of the other people.
RFK's on Trump's team now.
Can we put some respect on Wallace though?
On who?
Waltz?
Tim Walz?
Yeah,
Sure.
that's all I'm gonna say.
Why?
No, that he did all right in that debate. I think the clips I saw, he lost, but I think it was pretty respectful coming from that side of the spectrum.
Well, always the general consensus and perspective around it is that the right is not the respectful ones. So they're always going to come from, I'm respectful and I'm better than you, and don't talk to me like that type deal. From my experience. But go ahead.
But I would like to say something that's controversial.
Don't do it. Oh,
Don't
you
get his canceled.
This election is not important.
It really isn't. I'll agree with you on that.
It's also the single most important election in our lifetime.
Because you can view it from two different views, which is why I was thought of this. One of the common outcomes of this, each whether one wins or two wins, there's a commonality between them of what could happen. So that is one of the things that makes it not very important. Because
Well, there's also what's actually going to happen.
and then you have viewing it as this being a worldly election, and you view it from the outside as a Christian. We already won.
Bingo.
So it don't matter who's in the White House.
Let's call it.
Whether while they go
He's
to
actually
bed, oh, we lost the camera. Good time. They don't talk anyway. So
It's a camera
Oh,
going
They're
on.
like, yeah, brother. We already won.
yeah, we already won. So that's it, right?
That's what I'm saying. Let's go home. Pack it in.
It didn't matter who. Look at all the dictators in the Bible. 2,000 years ago. Guess who won? Whether we get a dictator or we get Trump.
The man himself. The
Look who
Lord
won.
That's a
Jesus
good
Christ.
point, brother. Because, I mean, you go to these other countries that actually have dictators. Like you have Stalin. I mean, did Jesus lose because Stalin was took over?
Exactly.
Or Kim Jong-un or whoever else we think is just a terrible leader? Or Hitler?
No, those things.
Was God just out of the picture for that?
No, those things did happen for a reason, though, and it's to. I guess it's just to overall test people in general. As Christians, our faith is put to the test 24/7. So this election itself is going to be a giant test for Christians to see if you really are trusting in God or if you're trusting in our quote unquote leaders that are trying to win us over.
You're
with
gonna
all
have
their
to-
different moralities.
You're going to have to trust in God either way because, I mean, this is just my opinion. I think it's going to get rough either way. So, I mean,
Yeah, that was the commonality I was referring to earlier.
get
It's like
rough either way.
one of the, because you can look at it from either.
We got two cameras down.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, here we're
We got
back.
camera 2 back.
But y'all want to just keep talking?
Well, now that we got a camera back, yeah, sure we can. What was I talking about?
It's going to get
The
commonality.
Oh yeah, the commonality.
Commonology.
Whether who wins, there could, and I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but again, this is a potential outcome of the election because when you look at it as an American, not as a Christian, but as an American, this is a very important election, I think, and a very important decision you can make. But at the same time, I also say it's not very important because you have crazies on both sides of the spectrum.
Right.
Right.
You have your
Not everybody on the right is dumb and crazy and fanatics. Not everybody on the left are dumb, crazy, and fanatics or whatever you want to call them.
all right.
But you have your extremists on each side. And I'm a little loud. I'm going to cut down. But with that, there's always a possibility for uprising,
Or down rising.
which
both
is like
Down falling.
and I believe we come to the point as a nation that this is like the biggest potential spark for one of those.
People are gonna be mad either way, you know.
Well, we had people crying on television because Trump won.
I mean,
8 years ago.
Yeah,
But
that was 8 years ago.
imagine what they do now.
I mean, they're literally shooting the dude,
Twice, and he survived.
and that's not the only ones that have been fooled. Like the people that have been prevented from even having the chance. It's like,
There's stuff we don't
and then
know
they're
about.
like, "Hey, we need to stop this rhetoric." And then this past week, they're just sitting there. Their campaign is just literally calling Trump Hitler all week. And I mean, if dude's Hitler, I mean, yeah, I get it. But kill the dude. I mean,
Bro.
You look back at World War II. It was okay to kill Hitler. Then, I mean, what's the difference between then and now? I mean, I can get the Christian standpoint or not, but you know, as America, it would make sense that these people that are, you know, they're not necessarily followers of Jesus are trying to kill the dude if he's literally Hitler, but it doesn't make any sense that they don't think that. I mean, why would you even let him run?
Right.
And if people think Trump is Hitler, then what do they think of Hitler himself?
He's Hitler.
But like, what has Trump done that is just? Did he kill?
He said
6
mean
million?
things,
What
dude.
was that? What was the actual value? 6 million was just the fake number.
That was the estimated.
Why didn't like the hundreds of thousands or something?
Don't ask me.
According to
I'm not getting fact checked on this.
according to historians, though,
I'm not
it
getting
would've took-
called a
It would have took a very long.
anti-Semite.
We'll just stick with the norm.
Yeah.
6 million.
There was a lot of Jews that
You know,
A lot. Just
And
say
other
that.
Europeans.
A lot of Jews and other people. Yeah.
allegedly.
last I
Allegedly.
checked, Trump hadn't killed anybody.
I think too that falls under how soft America has gotten today. Just people as a general. So many people are exaggerating certain stuff, or like that, comparing dictators who killed millions to someone who made abortion illegal.
Well,
You know.
from my worldview, my point of view, everything they're trying to call Trump is literally what they are.
Exactly.
Like they're like, he's going to end democracy, which is literally what they're going to try to do. Perfect.
There you go.
I have to move that thing up. Push that whole board up. There you go.
It'll have to work from now.
There we go.
Be
Scoot
okay.
over, son.
Is it just what's wrong? Battery dead?
No, it's not. It's supposed to stay on whenever that's plugged up, but it's not.
Hmm.
Not charging it for some reason.
So everything they say that Trump is literally what they are. Like they say he's going to end democracy. I haven't heard anything from him that points to that. They've been saying that for like 2 years, and he's not said anything about ending democracy. And they're literally trying to end democracy. They want to bring in illegal aliens to vote. They want to cheat. They literally people are trying to make it illegal to cheat, and they're just vetoing it and say, well, we're not going to do that.
Not to mention their whole campaign seems to be running off the fact that Trump supports Project 2025, and he is time after time
Does
after
not
time
exist.
has admitted to being unaffiliated with it.
Scoot back, son. Scoot back.
So, do y'all believe
There we
that
go.
Project 2025 is a real thing
No.
or just a
It's
Pick it
fake.
up.
story?
It's actually come out now that it was the guy that wrote 2025 has actually come out in support of Kamala,
Ooh, that makes sense.
which
Under-
and he's a Republican.
Understandable.
He is a Republican, which is not Trump's. He's not associated or affiliated with Trump, and he's voting for Kamala. This is allegedly.
Yeah. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties. I'm back. It's so Trump has said that
He debunked this like
Project
6 months ago.
2025 is not. It's not real, bro. He didn't say that. He didn't. He ain't doing that. And they're saying he did. It's not real.
All right.
And they still it's literally like stuff that's actually debunked, and they're still like going in on it. They're still bringing it up. Like literally, he even said it in the debate.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's not my thing. Even though he debunked it on TV 6 months ago, he had to bring it up then because she brought it up, and then literally, she still like says stuff about it. She still has talking points about that when it doesn't even pertain to him. And we had it. Me and Taylor talked with this guy, who was like, you know what, I just Trump scares me, Project 2025, and I was like, bro, it's been debunked months ago that he didn't come up with that. And he's like, well, but still, but it was associated with it. Like, bro, I could say that you are a racist and it not be slightly true, and people just don't like you because I said it. I mean, you got to come to the conclusion eventually of what the truth is.
And they're not going to fact check it. That's the thing.
Right.
I mean, look at Trump. You know, people called him a racist, and now people believe it.
Bro's probably one of the least racist people.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Because, like, all of a sudden you run for president and you're running on the opposite party of which the people you were so, like, close with growing up or in recent years. And then once you start running for president, they automatically hate you, and just everything you've ever done becomes exempt. Or not exempt. What's the word I'm thinking of?
Non-existent.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Same.
I don't know if you know who we're voting for or not, but
I'm voting Trump.
We're
Harris
voting for
Walls,
the
maybe.
most common sense
It's-
person.
Yeah, I mean, 100% Trump all the
I'm
way.
voting Kanye.
He's not running this year.
That's
Do
that's
not
who
vote
one of
Kanye.
our friends voted for last time. Remember that? Does anybody know who I'm talking about?
No.
Terrible idea.
Never mind.
Terrible idea.
Waste of a vote. Or maybe all of our votes are a waste of a vote.
I did see something today that, which I haven't seen the source of what they're talking about, but it's somebody I went to ministry school with, and they were like, Christians and people I went to ministry school with, how can you support this guy who has such violent and dehumanizing language? And I was like, because apparently it's just so. He had a rally at Madison Square Garden this past weekend, and apparently 90 years ago there was a Nazi rally there, and apparently that's, I mean, all the basketball games and all that stuff, wrestling events weren't Nazi, but apparently just him doing his event there is Nazi. Like, he's a Nazi now because he did an event at Madison Square Garden, literally one of the biggest venues in the world, and it made no sense. But I didn't see the video, so I asked him. I was like, "Hey, man, can you send me the video or tell me what he said?" I haven't heard back yet, but
That's usually how that goes.
it's usually what people based all their stuff on is what they heard somebody. It's what somebody else did.
That's always happens.
It's
every
not
time.
never what actually came from their mouth. Yeah, dude probably tweeted some stuff he probably shouldn't have. He probably was saying some stuff that was a little mean, but I mean, look at where the country was 4 years ago.
Do not vote for the person, vote for what they stand for.
Right. That's a big argument too.
I mean, Jesus ain't running. If Jesus was running, I'd vote for Jesus.
This is, I was using a lot of my run today thinking of what I was going to discuss here. If you're looking for a perfect candidate, you're looking in the wrong place. There's only one perfect candidate, and he ain't the president.
Yeah.
Do y'all think that Christians have a duty to vote?
No.
Nah, because like he was
Nobody
talking
has
about
a duty
earlier,
to
it
vote.
doesn't actually matter in the end.
I wouldn't say we have a duty to vote, but I would say we have a duty to stand for what's right. So if we're not voting for what is right, then we're agreeing with what is wrong to an extent. Yeah, in general, it's not going to matter in the end because, of course, you know, God will be victorious. But are you going to allow your vote to go towards something that stands for better, or are you going to allow you not voting to help a party that's wanting to legalize certain things that are against the word of God
Killing babies
and get it closer to them winning? Because if you think
transing
about
kids.
it, us not voting overall pretty much gives them a vote to an
100%.
extent. So I don't necessarily think it's our duty to vote, but it definitely is a question of our morale, what we
Yeah.
stand for.
Like, I don't think we necessarily are just like we have to vote, but I definitely think everyone should.
Right.
Like, I still am. And this goes with the same argument. I think I can't remember who it was that was talking about this. It may have been whenever we were at the cigar lounge with somebody.
I'll just put that out on public, dude.
What?
We were at the lounge.
Yeah,
we
we're
were-
on the square.
We were talking somewhere about waiting for Jesus to come back or wanting Jesus to come back now or whatever and not doing anything about it. That kind of is the same argument, I guess, right?
Well, I mean,
You know-
in James it says.
Okay, I know something.
In James it says, those if you know what good you should do and you don't do it, that's sin.
Correct.
So I think, yes, it is your duty. I mean, you can go back to the question of,
That's the
is
best
it
way to
your
back
duty
it up.
as an American? Like, just as an American, is it your duty to vote? I'd say yes. If it's part of your job as a citizen to participate in the democracy. If you don't, then you're just going to lose it. You know, and people that do care and that are, because the thing about it is, the left and Democrats are going to do what it takes to win. Cheat, lie, steal, whatever it takes. And so if you think it's more right of you not to vote because someone just seems like a bad person, and then you, like Ben said, you're giving them a vote and you're just sitting back and letting them win. So do what's right and vote.
Yeah, don't be ashamed to stand up for what is right.
Yeah, you should definitely vote.
I definitely don't
You don't
think
have to, but you should.
if you, I do hear this a lot. Like, if you don't vote, you shouldn't complain. And that definitely, I'm vibing with that right this minute.
I can agree with that for sure.
Because you didn't participate in the process of being an American.
So if you are not 18, do not. Actually, if you're not 21 or older, because you would have had to been 18 4 years ago. No, yeah, 20.
Bro is bringing.
Don't complain about who's in office.
You dependents.
Right.
Yeah,
most,
you didn't have a
I feel like most
You silly dependents.
complaints come from a lot of
You
high
silly
schoolers
goose.
who do a lot of, watching those woke kids versus people.
You could, I mean, just look back in your life and 10 years, 8 years ago, like how you thought. Like, I feel like I have a lot better understanding of everything now. Just
that.
and definitely influences the way I'm voting. Because look, the first time, so this would be like the third time Trump's ran, and I'm gonna be like, I'm putting myself out there. Like the first time, I'm like, okay, I'm voting for Trump just because, that's I don't want to tell anybody that I voted for Hillary, so I'm voting for Trump. And I actually, I think he might have been the better choice. Probably, I did think that Hillary is more presidential looking with her career path and all that. She seemed like a better leader. We even did at a class where we were like, all right, the attributes of a leader. And we put them all on the board, and we were like, all right, put them to Trump and put them with Hillary. And then Hillary was like 9-1
Doing
leadership qualities.
Doing that in school is wild.
And this was not public school.
Oh, I was like,
Because I was voting. I was grown. Mostly grown. And the next year, I was a little more proud about voting for Trump because I was like, I really don't want Biden in there, just because look at where that took us. But now it's like, I'm like almost at the point I'm like, I know people that wear Trump stuff and put Trump signs out. Like, that's definitely
I'm about
not
to get
me.
a Trump tattoo.
I feel like it. I feel like that, especially when dude got shot. I was like, freaking
We all do.
heck yeah, let's go.
Maybe not that angle.
that's the wrong leader.
Hey, bro.
So yeah,
God.
This episode is sponsored by Not Monster.
definitely not Monster.
So sell you core if you want to hit us up about a lot of C4.
Anybody's hit us up. I mean,
At this point, we just need more.
apparently our best camera we had crashed.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, bro.
Well,
But yeah, I think how long have we been going, Ben?
30.
30? That's it?
That's
That's the problem with this we've rearranged and it's got the cords messed up, so it's like jerking
Yeah.
me. But like the thing about in-person pods, I feel like I sit in front of the computer and talk for like 3 hours.
Right.
But like the in-person, we sit here and record and it feels like 3 hours and it's only been 20 minutes.
It's better to stay on topic
But
when
at the
we're all
same time,
facing each other.
Yeah, we've been here a while.
We've been here since 7. It's 8:30.
8:30. Which that was, we were going to be here till like 9 either way.
Jay, go vote.
So
Again, look at
we go back to the original topic
which was the potential outcomes of this election.
because we went through Cookie's view without going into any details. So let's just think. All right, Trump gets elected. What's some possible outcomes? All right, let's start with Harris. Harris gets elected. Worst case, best case.
Best case, we continue on this downward spiral we're already headed.
That's the best case.
That's the best case scenario.
It's just
gonna
a
happen.
matter of how fast we do it.
Best case is we just go downward slower.
Yeah,
Right.
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, this
Or-
it's like when they're
Either
starting to say like
staircase or an elevator.
Tim Walz is like, we can't do 4 more years of this, and we're like,
You are running with the one that did this for 4 years.
or they're like,
buddy.
we're gonna get elected to do all this. It's like, bro, you're literally the vice president.
You could have been doing this.
So best case is it stays the same. What's
Pretty
the
much.
worst case if Harris is? We'll let y'all talk too. but I'm gonna-
Worst case,
They'll
there's,
take
this
our
is the last
millions.
election.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all that war.
Right. Worst case, last.
Or what if
election.
it's no war and like potentially they just remove, like they just rig it so good that they never have to campaign, or they're just gonna win automatically.
So one question would be, if there is a war, who's fighting it? Who's fighting against who?
It's us against.
Well,
Is it
it's,
Democrats versus
Let's go down the
Republicans, or-
war route in a little bit, like in a minute. Let's keep on this same route because that we're definitely gonna hit the war.
that's the interesting segment.
Yeah, that's like I want to stay in the same line of thought. Like worst case, so you're saying war, probably worst case if Harris is elected. War,
Genocide.
like why would war happen if Harris is elected?
Because, like I said earlier, each side has its crazies. I know. Again, I don't know a Democrat because I don't know politicians. Right? If you're a Democrat, you're a politician. If you're not a politician, you're just a liberal. Okay, so I know liberals and I know conservatives. There's crazies on both sides. I know people who have voted Hillary. I mean, look at this fellow. What, you voted Hillary?
Did you actually?
No,
Oh,
I said I voted for Trump.
you sounded
Oh,
like you said you
I
were
thought he
voting
said
Hillary.
that too.
I thought he was going on the Hillary train. He's
So
like,
isn't that in
I
public?
was going to talk to him about that.
first election.
I said I reluctantly voted for Trump, and then I proudly did it, and now
Oh.
I'm just like, I want a Trump tattoo on my head.
I'll get you one.
I want MAGA on my forehead.
Not really. That's a joke.
No regrets.
No, Roger.
So you're saying there's crazies that could happen. I think. All right. So Harris gets elected. I'm thinking like the ultimate power grab. Like just look at the hurricane disaster in North Carolina. The ultimate power grab is like a disaster happening, or like a war strikes out. So then they just be like, all right, for your safety, we're going to take all your rights. So there you go. They're in control 100%. So what I'm saying here is false flag attacks,
See,
potentially.
something I want to say is it only takes a small flame to start a wildfire. So all it takes is one group of people, one person, one group of people to do something that, is, in some kind of, I'm not thinking right, in response to the outcome of the election. All it takes is
Retaliation.
one act, to start a fire.
Right.
And then that one fire grows and spreads, and then you're in a, crap hits the fan, like our country's in chaos.
Yeah.
Which again is a possible outcome of, both sides, but we're on the Harris side.
Right now, yeah.
Our country's in chaos now. It's just silent chaos. It's not to the extent of war.
We are being invaded
Just yet.
currently.
People are ignorant to it.
Russia's
That's the problem.
They're in the sky.
Nobody even knows what's happening, and to an extent, I still don't even know what's happening. I mean, I know that we're being probably harvested by the food we're eating, and
Yeah.
and I know that
Red
the
Ford is
economy
killing people.
the economy is not what it
Shut
was. I know people are struggling. I know that.
Right. We're meant to struggle according to government's eyes. But
Something's going
It's
on.
easier to control people when they need your help. There's so much government assistance and government reliance that, if they say you got to do this or do that, it's like, well, I got to do what I got to do to feed my family. Especially when they control everything, which is
Yeah.
what they're slowly doing.
when,
All right.
when you need help, when you need money, and they offer you some to do bad things, a lot of people are going to take it, especially if they don't have the morality of a Christian.
Mhm.
Well, it's really that. Just think about this. So you have to go, just say like all of our food, because just say the economy crashes or whatever, and we have to go to the Piggly Wiggly is like
Shame.
they're going. You got to go on Tuesday because your name starts with a C. So, all right, they ran out. But
Yeah.
what if you didn't get your vaccine? They're like, well, we're not going to feed you because you didn't get your vaccine, or you said this thing on Facebook that we didn't like, so you're not getting the food this week. That's more of what we're probably going to, because based on Harris's policies, they want that to happen because they can control us in that way, and that'll keep us silent. And they want to take our free speech. They're gonna make it where we can't say anything, we can't do anything about it. They're just gonna have control. And then you just, once that happens, it's
All right. Shane said the silent downfall.
Yeah, the silent depression. That's what I call it. Because
some people are depressed and loud about it.
yeah, and we're in something similar to the Great Depression. I wouldn't say it's at that scale yet, but
I think we're going that way either way.
We're all depressed.
And then what it's going to do is Trump's going to win, and all this 4 years of buildup coming from the economic high we were at in Trump's, and then Biden comes into office with his poor plans, and now we're in the terrible economy we're in. Once Trump gets in and it crashes, then it's all going to be Trump.
I'm not even going to say
leading up to him.
I'm not even going to be like Trump had it 100%. Like a lot of what he did in the end during COVID put us where we're at now.
Right.
All the stimulus checks and all that put us in this hole.
And if you think you're not paying this back, you're wrong.
The bread's in the oven is what I'm trying to say. It's like whether Trump or Harris gets in, it's like, okay, we're going to fix the economy or whatever. Maybe it just gets terribly out of control. Trump gets in, they're like, oh, he caused this because he's in, and look, it's the Great Depression again. So let's vote Gavin Newsom in. Boom, bada bing. We're eternally controlled by the left at that point.
All right.
We already are.
Yeah, it's the deep state.
hey, we want to talk about who actually controls the world.
We don't know. Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna say.
What's their name? It starts with B.
Ask Kanye West.
BlackRock. Yeah.
Are they? No, I'm not going to talk about that.
That's a different podcast.
All right, so we got Harris. So, like I was saying, I think maybe false flag attacks, like maybe, it's just a slow choking of our rights and our livelihoods until, it's just we're completely controlled or we're hungry in the woods and we're getting drone striked.
She's a snake
back to
in the
what
grass.
He said, when they start offering you money to do bad things, do you think they're going to actually give us money?
Not us.
Not Ukraine.
Not us.
We're not Ukraine.
Yeah.
We're not countries fighting wars that we are not directly involved with.
Well, they're going to give us money. It's just not going to be some that's already here. They're going to make more of it.
They're not going to give us money. They're going
to create money
us.
and then give it to us.
They're going to drone strike us while we're camping.
All right.
And say they had tannerite.
If
that happens,
explosive material.
One just predicted our death. So, all right. Well, I guess we can go to Trump. I guess best case scenario.
We're back on track.
Yeah, I hopefully in 4 years we can do that. I don't even know. I don't know what has to happen. I don't know, fracking.
Hopefully in 4 years, I can own an automatic rifle.
I think
I want to have.
Amen, brother.
You can own that right now. I mean,
it's a long process.
That's a very expensive license.
You don't need that. Okay.
Get rid of
I think best case scenario, well, we can all talk about our best case, but best case scenario is
we get to meet.
It's just everything we say that's going to happen under Harris is just delayed 4 years.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Trump is by no means our savior. He's just
at best. I mean,
Jesus Christ is our savior.
Right.
I think, which we talked about this a bunch, Cookie. I think this whole system that we're in, it's doomed to fail eventually.
Yeah.
But
I think it already has.
Well, I mean,
it just hasn't come to its final conclusion yet.
I mean,
we got 4 years
blow
to
up.
that.
We're at the climax.
4 months.
4 weeks.
What is the
4 days
conclusion? What's the
death?
A complete dictatorship.
Yeah,
we're getting there.
Pretty much.
Marxism.
Which, if Biden would have remained competent, I figured he would have been a good dictator, But they must have stuck him with something. Vaccine must have got to him.
He got the Johnson & Johnson.
I think that, dude, I saw a video of him running the other day. He's getting healthier.
He didn't trip over?
No, he just took out running. I was like,
he found the fountain.
Was he 6'6" this time?
Are you sure?
I think he was 7.
Sure it wasn't a replica of him?
I don't know, bro.
They swapped out.
It's cloning him.
All right, worst case scenario, Trump gets in.
We go to war with somebody we should not go to war with.
He becomes a
Russia.
dictator.
China.
So a lot of people like taking that.
I'm not going to say nothing crazy.
A lot of people like taking that piece with the Middle East thing to different extents. Some people think it means.
We're getting into some campfire cigar talks.
It's just, some people think it as, oh, he's just going to, try and make it peaceful as possible. Or Trump wants to go with all out war to establish dominant with them and show them, there's going to be peace or you will no longer be a country.
But at the same time, we were at peace with the rest of the world superpowers under Trump.
Because he's a better leader.
Mm-hmm.
We could definitely go down the rabbit.
He came to it with, excuse my French, a no BS approach.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if he says something, he's going to do it.
But he was also very respectable, too. Like, if you see other leaders, they respected him because they knew that he wouldn't be the one to shy away from having to go out to war.
Yeah,
and the best thing Harris and Biden got is don't stop, quit.
Yeah, you better not come.
I don't do that. I don't think Biden actually has access to the big red button.
I hope not.
His is like one of those toy buttons.
He'd been done press it already.
Pop it.
Kamala already has that. She pre-ordered it.
No, she ain't getting it either. I think we could definitely go down the rabbit hole of what you were just hinting at. Probably on another episode because I could talk
in the Middle East.
I could go down the rabbit hole of Trump as the Antichrist.
Oh, man. Some people think that too.
I've heard that.
I've also heard Elon is the Antichrist.
Yeah, I think we all said all this at a forge. Yeah. Come to the forge, guys.
Come to the forge.
We'll talk even deeper and not censor ourselves.
You'll get to learn the juicy details.
The what kind of? Okay, don't talk about it.
Juicy red?
No, not juicy red.
40.
All right, so worst case. So what? Like, let's get into worst case for Trump. Like, give me scenarios.
I think it remains the same. Because
we're not getting into details. I want to
an all-out
visualize this in my head.
Mississippi versus the world.
How did we get there?
Mississippi.
All right, so here's actually a thing. Like, I've seen a Democratic lawmaker. I don't know what he is. I think he's a representative. He said that if Trump is elected, he's going to invoke. It's a certain amendment. I think it's been a while since I've seen it. He's going to invoke this amendment that says a person that led an insurrection cannot be elected. And on January 6th, he's not going to certify the election. And then Trump will not be elected. I don't know. And they'll appoint the president. I think that's what he said. And if they do that, which honestly, I'm not putting anything past either one of these people. I'm just thinking either one of these people get elected. I mean, we're probably something's finna fly.
I mean, if he actually led the insurrection, I guess you
quite literally.
Who they gonna
if there was an insurrection,
it's more of just a darn, we lost. So let's throw a bunch of federal agents into the crowd to cause an uproar.
Yeah, to arrest.
No, to act like civilians.
Or to act like civilians and then arrest them, saying that they were civilians.
But yeah, if y'all don't see us next week, y'all know what happened.
I don't think anything. Well, because they're already prefacing everything with, hey, if the election is going to happen, it's going to be a couple days at least, maybe a week before we know who won. So I don't think we'll know who won for at least a week. And then it probably won't cook off until January.
I miss the days when you went to sleep while all the election results were
Now you
coming
stayed up
in.
till midnight, and then the other person conceded.
Then you wake up and realize, oh, cool, Trump won. And now it's we gotta wait 2 weeks.
I feel like
is that what happened last time?
You're right. They had the
mail-in ballots.
The post office was getting kind of over.
It was like a day or two, I think.
They skipped a couple graveyards.
Oh, Trump was actually winning by a lot, and then at like 2:30 in the morning, he jumped by 50,000 votes or something.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then it was like Trump was like, "What?" And he never conceded
because it takes a while to actually write out that many fake ballots.
I don't know dead people can vote.
Oh, they've been doing it.
Bob Lee Swagger voted.
Kanye West voted for himself.
So what's your? I mean, yeah. I'm just reiterating myself a lot, but I feel like there's a lot of different scenarios that could play out.
Well, there's a lot of different scenarios that could play out.
Yeah, like I think
again, like
either way.
Worst case, we could. Because, these are just what we think could happen, right?
I don't think either side is going to accept the winner.
What about
neither
it's
side?
Just a guarantee,
Yeah, that.
Which they want to say that the Republicans didn't accept it in 2020, but, the left didn't accept Trump winning in 2016 either. And they said that he cheated.
Yep.
And nothing was made of that.
What's up, Owen?
They actually have proof. Now they have proof that it was actually election fraud going on.
Proof is only proof if it's against the right.
Right. They just make the proof up, though. Like Trump's a felon.
We play by their rules.
They had to literally stretch the law and manipulate everything to make him a felon.
Yep. So, yes, I am voting for a felon. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a magazine.
So I was just about to say that. We both
We
have
got
a
matching
magazine.
magazines.
It
that
says
say
I'm voting felon 2024.
with
I'm not voting.
What
They
are
got-
those
they got-
magazines about?
They got Nerf darts in them.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
I'm not
they're
even going to
real.
vote. Plot twist.
They're not real. We don't have.
No, we don't have
guns.
nothing.
We have Nerf guns.
What's up, Owen?
I always forget about that.
What did he say? What's up?
It's always that.
Said what up.
What it is, cuz.
Yeah, how we sounding? Is our audio good? Let us know.
Yeah, we need a little chat thing right here.
You can get that. You just need to.
You can throw that to
Do it.
media player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not hard to do.
Well, you'll not be able to see that from here. But yeah, I think that's been. I mean, do y'all have anything else to say on that subject? I know you have a verse for us.
Right. And it sums up pretty much just how we need to live in these last days, because we're living in the last days, which, of course, we've been living in the last days for over 2,000 years. But I believe it right now, we're really
if there's
close to the
7
last
days,
days.
if there's 7 days, the last 6 are the last days, and the first 6 are the first days.
So we're in that
So-
one day.
So, I mean, after the first day, we've been in the last days forever.
It's coming one day.
Right.
So
Anyways, so we're reading out of Colossians chapter 1, and it's going to be verses 8 through 11. And it says, 7 through 11, my bad. You learned from
Wow.
You learned it from Ephraim, our dear fellow servant, who is a faithful minister of Christ on our behalf, and who has also told us your love in the Spirit. For this reason, since the day we heard about you, we have not stopped praying for you. We continually ask God to fill you with the knowledge of His will through all the wisdom and understanding that the Spirit gives, so that you may live a life worthy of the Lord and please Him in every way, bearing fruit in every good work, growing in the knowledge of God. And this is one of the verse that I want to emphasize on. Being strengthened with all power according to His glorious might, so that you may have great endurance and patience.
Uh-oh.
I got it. Keep going.
So I picked this verse for today simply because we're living in a time where we need nothing but patience and endurance. If we don't have patience and endurance for what's going on and not truly trusting the Lord and what He has planned, we ourselves as Christians are going to collapse on the inside. So that's just a little encouragement word, is constantly seek God for endurance and patience for everything that's going on right now, because you're going to need a lot of patience for the upcoming election.
I want to shout out Roger Howell.
Who's that?
We're going to go to his sermon yesterday. I actually remembered a part of a sermon, dude. I didn't fall asleep. Did y'all go to bed disappointed last night?
Not last night.
I didn't go to bed disappointed that Jesus didn't come back yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Live
No.
every day as if you are patiently waiting for Jesus to return.
I
Amen.
need to
good,
hurry
that's
up and
good.
get everybody
And
saved.
He had brought up a story. I don't remember the guy's name, but some kind of like known evangelist or whatever. So they were
Jesus.
out. Him and his grandmother or something was out at the movie theater, and said that it wasn't like a bad movie that was being played, but his grandmother got up and was walking, and he asked where she was going. She said, "If Jesus is coming back today, I don't want him to see me at a movie theater." So
Right.
live each day as if
As if,
in patiently waiting for Jesus'
exactly,
return.
patience.
So we need to
So
be
go to
urgently.
bed sad.
Side note,
We need to be urgently sharing the gospel.
yes, as fast as quick as we can, and as willing as we would do, without hesitation.
This nation needs a savior more than it needs a president.
Here's a saying that I'll shout out my wife. She said it to me. And
Theocracy.
apparently, it's a saying a lot of people say. But if the government was to start arresting Christians, would they have enough evidence to pin you up against and put you in jail?
I'm a Christian, so there you go. I just said it online.
I'm a
Same.
Christian.
He confessed.
We all confessed.
Somebody comes in and just shoots us, bro. How did they find out we were Christians? And we're in the building. that's a Christian.
Yeah, we're in it.
We're American.
We're in the church.
All right, well,
Oh wait, one last thing.
go ahead, dude.
I thought about this.
Good. I'm glad you thought about it first.
What is y'all's? My opinion has changed.
On what?
Whoa,
Your
whoa,
opinion has changed a
On
lot.
proper mileage for marathon prep?
Because I've thought about it.
Oh, that's how you figure out your
Yeah.
opinion.
Do y'all believe that there should be a separation of church and state? Because I do not.
Can't separate God, brother,
Church
from anything.
Like,
What do you mean?
Meaning
No
how
under God.
this country was founded on Christianity, or is taught that way.
By Christians.
Separation of church and state is not making laws based off religion. I think as a Christian, that's what we want.
Yeah, that's what we want.
That's what
but,
we need.
but they're going to try and push that out of the
The
door.
main debate, though, is like anytime someone does anything Christian, they're like, "Oh, we got to separate church and state." With the originality of that policy was not to protect the state from the church; it was to protect the church from the state,
Right.
from them going into the church, like Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, whoever going into the church and directing what you could say and how you express your love for God or whatever. So, as long as it's my church.
But yeah, that's it.
All right, guys. We got any comments?
Well, you said you think it should or shouldn't be separated?
Should not.
Should not. Okay.
Right.
I
don't know.
I'll have to form my own opinion.
I don't-
about it.
I don't know. I don't think. I mean, you just deal with what you get. And ain't no church or state going to determine my relationship with Jesus.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
I don't live by what they tell me to live by. I live by what the Word of God says. So, our rules have been so manipulated from then anyways.
Grab your quiver and bow and go hunt some game for me.
Well, let me go in on that again, Cookie. When people complain about church and state, it's usually when someone is like employed by the state and they're like, "I love Jesus." No, you can't pray at this place because separated of church and state. That's not what it is. It's just trying to dictate policy based. It's not that. So what I think that it's perfectly fine for you if you're a senator or you're a congressman or a federal
I meant
employee,
to tell you that earlier. He was
whatever,
loud.
then I think it's perfectly fine for you to bring your faith into that.
Right.
Not trying to direct everybody to participate in your faith, because then that would be church and state. You're litigating the church to the state, right? If you're mandating everybody in that religion. Now, I think that's more of what we have now is a combination of church and state. It's just not a Christian church. It's a LGBTQ, DEI. It's all the leftist church. Like you have to believe in this, you have to do this, or you cannot be affiliated with us.
Right. Imagine if Paul was alive today. The letters you'd have to write.
See, it's a common thing of like, we're forcing our religion on people, but they are forcing these beliefs onto Americans.
Yeah.
Because see, our job as Christians, we're not forcing Christianity upon you.
Yeah.
We're doing our job as Christians, which is to share the gospel of Jesus Christ.
It's
right?
not our job to force it. Yeah.
We're not going to fire you if you don't become a Christian. We're going to be like, all right, well, my job is to tell you about
if
Jesus.
we walk up to you in Walmart and ask, "Hey, can I pray for you?" and you say no, we'll keep walking. We're not going to force ourselves, and if somebody's doing that, then they're not doing what Jesus wants them to do.
Right.
Because again, there's this is a whole nother topic, but this is like a free will thing, You have a choice whether you choose to believe in it. We're just going to don't wash my hands. I think you're washing my hands. I felt ashamed. We just share the gospel, right? We're not forcing anything upon you, but if we say anything and say, if somebody says something under a campaign post on TikTok and somebody comments, I'm going to pray for you. Like, don't do that. Don't force that on me. But you're
forcing me to accept
your opinions that you have were forced upon you.
Check.
Through media.
Come in close. Yeah. So my answer is yes, in the fact of bring your Jesus with you everywhere you go, and then no in the fact of litigating laws based on what people have to participate in your church, which, like I said, I think is what we have now. It's just,
my thing wasn't like we're not. it's not making laws to where like, oh, you have to do this because this is what my religion says.
Strange.
You know, it's more like this law was made based off of what my religion says. I don't know if that made sense coming out or not.
Yeah, you're agreeing with me.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to, again, force
It's
you
just
to
a
do
semantic
this
thing.
unless you're trying to kill a child. You know, that's not acceptable.
Yeah.
But
Agreed.
Yes.
Well,
we
stay
don't-
tuned for more controversial topics.
We don't support murderers. We love them, but we do not support them.
Also agreed. We're
We
trying
love-
to figure the stream out.
Love the person, not the sin. Yeah. For some reason, we lost a visual connection for Facebook, but we're still live.
It's probably working. Your computer's just slow.
Why did he say it like that?
I don't
Hate
know.
the sin, not the sinner. Why did he say love the person, not the sin?
It's quite literally the same thing.
It's
Just
just crazy, bro. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate y'all staying tuned. We got more controversial topics to address.
Such as.
Lots at 'em.
We hinted at a lot of them, and I could like go on an hour rant about any of this.
Hey,
so.
next pod will be the day before the election.
Heck yeah, or it might be the day of the
Or it
election.
might be
Is
the
that
day
a
of the
Tuesday?
election.
Tuesday, next Tuesday.
We're going to do the
Yeah.
live results coming in. Yours truly.
Yeah, we can
Wow.
definitely update people as we shoot.
That'll be two weeks.
Possible
ahead of-
possible watch party. Stay tuned. We're gonna
Yeah, possible.
maybe announce that. We'll
Let's
see.
Here, you're back up now.
Yeah,
Oh, we're super delayed.
it's gonna be delayed, bro. Just don't worry about the video.
That's how internet works.
No.
So you just completely distracted me. The Forge, November 15th and 16th, 6 to 6. Sign up. Come on, become an asset. Be on the lookout
What's your
for
language?
the training program, Burden to Asset training program. It's going to be the best training program of all training programs in the history of training programs of Burden to Assetting.
Training programs.
It's official. It's training program.
Coming
I
soon.
did have something else to say, but
We're
Ben
going to
threw me
rename
off.
our podcast the Assets.
We gotta get our live chat moderator to like not interrupt with technical difficulties every 3 seconds. It's not on time. I didn't gonna,
Owen said, "Where y'all at?"
I'm gonna buy
we ain't nowhere, dude.
Dude, don't you worry about it.
Don't you worry about it. They're gonna drone strike us if we tell you.
Yeah, we can't.
This is
disclose.
undisclosed.
Undisclosed storage unit.
Yeah,
Hey, don't tell them that.
it's
We're in the store.
your extra closet.
Your extra closet auction missile.
If we wake up and it's gone, bro, we're done, bro. I'm not doing a podcast anymore. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate y'all for watching. We're gonna do this.
Or
Is what I
listening.
wanted to say. We're gonna be doing this weekly, so
Yeah.
I think we're gonna do Tuesday next week.
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
No band practice.
They had band practice too. Wait, whoa.
Whoa! Hey!
How did he know we were at the 1 hour mark? We're
Exactly.
literally 15 seconds away.
Wow.
10.
Now we're 10 seconds away.
No.
Well, guys,
Anyway,
7.
we'll see you guys next week. We'll see you guys next week. What do we say next? We'll see you.
Oh,
Peace out, guys.
next episode.
Hey, Forge.